All giants can now create their secondary biome starting from the first era. 6 biomes at once? That gives me an idea. What if for this next planet, we tried to randomize everything? We can pick a random starting tribe, and we can even randomize the giants that we get. We've got the monkey god. He gives us the forest and the rainforest. There's a savanna guy who obviously makes the savanna and also desert. And then we've got the frost giant. He does taiga and the ocean. And for our tribe, the goddess settlement. Now, before we can settle these little guys, we're going to need to build a biome. You can actually build a biome on a single square. Rather than me choosing the biome, we're going to let our newly created little tool do all the work for us. All right, the wheel has spoken. Our first biome is going to be the taiga. Nothing like a little square of dense taiga surrounded by barren wasteland. I think you might be able to see where this is going now. What happens if we randomize a biome on every space around this planet? Surely that'll be fine, right? And definitely won't result in pure chaos. Unfortunately, we can't generate every square until we hit the first era. The ones that we can't place yet, I'm just making a note of them so I can keep the order. And I'm just going to keep going around this planet, placing the ones that we can actually build. Okay, this square is going to be forest. Oh, we did get our first savanna biome though. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm kind of surprised we haven't got 2 things in a row just yet. Oops, I gotta be careful I don't build over another biome. Just 1 square, please. This is really slow going. I can't wait to be past this stage. Down to our last 2 squares. I'm hoping next to this settlement we can get some things we can actually build on. Oh, that's a rainforest. Okay, that's a problem. I can't build anything on the wasteland. So what we're going to have to do is just use 1 biome to get this settlement started until we can start expanding our borders out. Unfortunately, we'll have to overwrite all of these squares with the actual biome once we're ready. But the goddess settlement do want 3 wealth. So let's focus on just putting some wealth items in. Every turn we have is 5 eon. So really, we've only got 5 turns left. And I think we only need to get through a few turns before we get our new nomad tribe. Okay, so they're going to push out their border 1 square on this side. This little fire symbol down the bottom means we got our new tribe to put down. And as you might expect, we're going to be randomizing this too. We have the diplomat. All right, here they are. Now the question is, where do we want to settle them? It looks like on our planet, there's only a few places where there's 2 squares together. Actually, over here looks like a prime area. Oh, it's so weird. Forest, wasteland, forest, desert, and your home, Lush Fort. The diplomats just want prosperity for everyone. They're kind of the do-gooders of the planet. So we're just going to go for maximum points, basically. First, we'll put down some African wild dogs. They give us a little bit of gold, but they do get a bonus if they're next to a prey or a critter. So that's when the guinea fowl comes in. That means the African wild dogs go up to 23 gold. It's so important to get these bonuses. And we completed the diplomat quest because of that, which means we've actually got a new tribe that we can put in. But there's really not too many options for them. All right, what we're going to start doing is just building out on the biomes that are going to be permanent. We'll do the same combination over here, the African wild dogs and the guinea fowl. It's so hard to know what I should be building, but we've only got 1 turn left in this starting era, so it probably doesn't matter that much. We'll just throw down this redstone and that should be the last thing. Thank goodness, now it's time for the first era. Because we weren't able to do too many quests in that starting era, we can only choose from 2. Either the Calm Era or the Monument Age. So, of course, we're going to randomize it. All right, it looks like it's the Monument Age. So in this era, it looks like we need the Goddess to have a lot of wealth and also a lot of prosperity at the end. But the best thing about now being in the first era, that means we can start filling in all the spaces that we missed before. We're going to start inside the borders of our first settlement. Unfortunately, we're going to lose a lot of the things that we built already. All right, this is an interesting choice for an ocean. Right next to the desert, that makes sense. And next to the ocean, a rainforest. Now we'll just continue on and fill in all of these wasteland gaps on our planet. This one's actually really good. We got 2 desert squares in a row. The possibilities. And the final biome, which is going to replace one of the starting tigers, a rainforest nestled in between the desert and a tiger biome. Well, that took me far too long to do. It looks very green over in this area, but it's actually alternating between rainforest and forest. Okay, well, before we do anything, we can now place our 3rd tribe down. And since we've got 1 up here and 1 down here, I think we'll try and triangulate that somewhere over here, which is probably over here, just next to the ocean. Now, is it going to be the merchant or the pirate queen? Looks like it's the merchant. They love some gold. This ocean just kind of looks like a giant river between the rainforest. It's kind of cool. Oh, here come the merchants. All right, guys, please give your settlement a good name. Ancient Grove on Sea. Well, I guess it's an accurate name. Already taking full advantage of sitting by the ocean. Why is it just raining in the ocean? Oh, never mind. It's in the rainforest as well. All right, now it's time to tackle some of these quests. Since we're here, let's start with the merchants. They are going to want some gold. Okay, well, in our tiny little ocean here, we can start with a sea anemone and a clownfish. Oh, they just built it exactly the same time. That basically gives the clownfish much more gold. And we do get some of these mystery points as well. They seem to be giving gold to these merchants. All right, they were so happy they expanded their borders immediately, and they want an inspiration now. So we get to choose one of these 3 inspirations. Normally, you'd pick the one that you have a chance of completing because they give you massive resources. But on this planet, nothing is by choice, so we're randomizing. Okay, we got the Gem Seeker. So we want gems within our borders. Oh, that's really good. I'm happy we didn't get this Merchant Pier one because we would have had to get ocean minerals. And as an added bonus, we get a little gem hut. Right, first quest is down. Now their second quest is to get to 10 wealth. Just so greedy. We've kind of got limited options with what we can build, so I think it's time to use some draft points, which are these little points we get from completing quests. So that means that we can unlock things from new biomes. If you have 6 biomes, it actually can't even fit on the same screen. That's hilarious. Okay, well, let's start with the forest, I guess. What can we get here that's going to give us lots of gold? Oh, the pangolin is a really good one. But you know how this goes. Oh, we got the apple tree, which is a lot of food. And it comes with a pear tree and a squirrel. I mean, everything there gives me food. But the wheel has spoken. All right, this side is rainforest, though. Why don't we try our draft point there? Let's see if we can get luckier over here. And before we even bother looking, let's just roll. Oh, we got the Gumbo Limbo. It comes with a parakeet and a flint. The parakeet gives a little bit of gold. Okay, I think we're just going to start with an amethyst here. It's on a mineral booster, which means it'll get a big resource boost. And because it's next to our little clownfish already, we got the bonus gold too. Oh, these clownfish are classed as a critter, which means that if we put the pit viper down here, he'll get the gold bonus as well. Hey, that's not too bad. Things are working a little bit, and we're expanding over into this tiger slot. There is a gold booster here. So we'll put a stoat down, these cute little guys, but they just need to be next to a critter. So we're going to put a little rabbit down as well. Oh, I forgot about our gem seeker bonus. All right, if we build that 1 gem, then we're going to get the 40 extra gold from this first gem seeker. We'd need to build 2 more gems if we wanted to get the extra 60 gold. Let's just throw in this little pear tree here. That'll give us the bonus from the gem. And we've finally hit the 10 gold. So we completed the second quest for those guys. Oh, I've done a dumb thing. I forgot about our overall era quest, which is to get the goddess to 8 wealth. I got way too focused on the diplomats. Oh, and we haven't even chosen the inspiration. I'm hoping we get one of these last 3 because they're worth a lot of gold. No one wants a cat temple. Yes, okay, it's the overseer. That's possibly the best one as well. So we just need to build a couple of elements and we could get 60 gold. Unfortunately, we've only got 2 turns left. Oh my gosh. So any element that has also a gold value, we're definitely going to build. So we'll start with the quartz. Oh, you know what? Even if we built a second element, we still wouldn't be able to do it. So I'm just going to put down an amethyst instead. Okay, well, that first era did not go according to plan. A randomized planet is much harder than it looks, let me tell you. There's a choice of 3 things for our second era. The calm era, which is just prosperity. That would be a nice one to get. The merchant age, which we need a lot of gold. And knights and castles, which needs pretty much an even split of resources. It's knights and castles. We're going to need to get the merchant to 18 population, the goddess to 18 technology, and the diplomat to 18 gold. All right, the good thing about a new era is that everyone wants to expand. So the diplomats are taking the other ocean. Lush Fort is gone into the savannah. This time, we're focusing on the main quest. We're going to pick the inspiration for Lush Fort. Oh, we got the trapper. I can't believe it. We get gold based on the animals in our borders. Wait, what resource did we need for them? Oh, thank goodness. They're the ones that needed gold. Okay, so we just need 1 more animal to get a big chunk of gold. In the desert, we can build a sand cat. It gets a bonus if there's at least 1 critter in the biome. So we're going to have to build a jaboa here. That's the only other critter we've got for the desert. But that means we've maxed out that trapper inspiration. We've got 80 gold just from building those 2 little guys. Okay, so it looks like we're still 3 gold away from finishing that off. All right, I think it's time for us to unlock something from the savannah. Come on, give me something good. We got the zebra, which is just a whole bunch of food. That comes with a gazelle and a goosey. It says it's a fruit. Does that look like a fruit? It's like a cross between a watermelon and a cabbage. Anyway, that's not going to help us for gold. If we ever had any luck on this planet, it has worn out already. Whose idea was it to randomize everything? All right, back to our first settlement, which is the goddess tribe. We are going to rework what we've got going on here because we need to get them technology. So in this little square of forest, we're going to overwrite this amethyst with one of these Ramon trees. That gives us some prosperity, but the most important thing is it gives us a biodiversity point. And now that we have 2 biodiversity points in this little square biome, we can build a gumbo limbo tree. And it's on a science booster as well. So with its bonuses, that gives us 50 technology points, which is not too bad. Getting to 10 is going to be a challenge though. We have just expanded into the desert, which is really useful. All right, well, it looks like we're putting down a redstone. The bonus gives us some prosperity and a little bit of extra gold, which is not too bad. They're expanding their borders over into this savanna where we built the animals previously. So we're going to pick up a whole bunch of extra resources here. It's not technology, but it definitely helps. All right, looks like we need 15 more technology, which we can do if we just build another redstone. So let's get that over and done with. Oh, we completed the other city's second quest with that. But to get the goddess quest done, we need to have more wealth than the diplomats. We only need 2 more for that to happen. Maybe the old clownfish and sea anemone combo would be good here. All right, we just need 12 more gold, so if we build a quartz, that should be it. Yes, okay. Quest down. All right, it's going to be a challenge to get the next one. But we do have another inspiration here. A lot of these are worth gold. Let the wheel gods be on our side. Oh my god, that's the perfect one! So we get 40 gold and 40 more science straight away. If we build one more element, we'll get another 60 gold and another 60 science points. Oh yes, give me those resources. We needed them so badly. They're actually interested in expanding their borders. They've got 3 pluses and 3 minuses. If we build one thing outside of their borders, they might expand and take it. All right, if we build a stone here, that's going to get us 20 science points all up. Oh, they're doing it. That was so lucky. So the stone is also an element. So once they claim that, we should get 60 more gold and 60 more science points. Oh, that's a pile of resources if I've ever seen one. All right, that was pretty good, actually. We're really close to getting the quest done, but it's the era that's more important. It's tough enough trying to get this first star. Let's see what we can do with the merchants. We can get an inspiration from them. Distinct biotica that have a base gold. Actually, that is really lucky. That's exactly what we're going to do anyway. The merchants really want gold for the quest, but for the era, we need them to have population, so it doesn't really help us for that. This randomized planet is just insanely hard. It wants me to have every resource to progress, and it's like impossible to get bonuses. Why don't we do a draft point for the ocean? I think the tuna would be the one I want here, but of course we got the pearls. That's a lot of gold actually. And we also got a jasper and a sea crate. Let's have another crack at that. Come on, give me something good this time. Oh, we got the tuna and also an anchovy and a suckerfish. We need 2 biodiversity to actually build that. It's so hard to build up the biodiversity when you've only got 2 building slots. Wait, I have a thought. The anchovies give us +1 biodiversity if they're schooling. So maybe we can game the system a little bit here. If we build 1 there, that gives us 1 biodiversity point because it's the first one of that in the biome. If we build a second one, that takes us up to 3 biodiversity. Now we can replace one of those fish with the tuna, and that's given us 40 food, 20 for every adjacent fish. And we'll just replace the anchovy with a herring. That'll give us 10 more food overall. And we are 6 of the 10 population that we need for the first era quest. Okay, I have a plan for this little section of forest. We're going to build a pear tree here next to an animal and a mineral. That'll give us 25 food all up. Perfect. They're going to expand over to this slot. With the next one, I'm just going to throw in this tree just so we've got 2 biodiversity in this little section of forest. And then I'm going to replace that tree with an apple tree, which will use up all of those points. And that gives us 40 total food. 30 because it's next to the fruit tree there. Oh, and they're expanding again? Over into the water this time. Look at this little guy chilling on the water. Oh, he might be losing his beautiful beach here. Oh, actually, it's kind of in no man's land. You still might be able to enjoy the beach if you want. No one's using it. We're going to need about 30 more food, I think. So basically, if I can replace this pit viper with something else that has fruit on it, like this papaya, it's only going to give us 5 food, but we'll get 30 from the apple tree. And thank goodness, that's going to be enough to get us 10 population. So we've completed the merchant part of that quest. The last one we have now is the diplomat. We need to get them to 10 gold. If we're lucky, we might get the right inspiration here. We got the tavern. Oh, this is good. This will give us 50 gold and also 50 food. Somehow we keep lucking out with the inspirations. We need 2 more distinct animals if we want to get the rest of those points. Let's see if we can build any animals that give us gold. We're going to go with this little sea crate snake. Oh my god, they're so much bigger than I thought they were going to be. Oh, snakes are just the worst. Oh, that's perfect. That got us up to 10 gold. And we got 1 star from the second era. Do you know what? I'll take it with how difficult this is being right now. Okay, so we just need 1 more prosperity point in the goddess biome to complete their 3rd quest. We're 1 point away from a science and population point. The only thing we can use is this 1 slot over in the rainforest. Let's just put down another stone. Yes, okay, that's the quest done. That does mean that our goddess is up to 18 technology or science points or whatever they're called. Let's see if we can get just 1 more animal for the diplomats. We could probably just put in this fish next to the snakes. That means they would both get a little bonus. And we get the giant bonus from the tavern. With our last turn, we're just going to plop down a gem. Progress! We got 1 star on this era. I'll take it. Now this is going to be so hard. We've only got the choice of 2 eras. The calm era, which is just about getting prosperity points. And we also have the age of horror. Lucky for us, it's the calm era that we're doing this time around, which is great because we've already seen the age of horror from last episode. In the calm era, we basically just need prosperity points. We've also upgraded to level 3 patches, but I don't think we're going to be using them very often. I love how this planet looks at the moment though. It's kind of crazy. Now in the 3rd era, we need 200 prosperity points to get the 1st star. We've got our work cut out for us. All right, for our first inspiration, we're going with Country Club. An extra gold in animals within borders. I mean, that's only 30 gold for us, so not super helpful. Looks like we might be able to get this diplomat quest done. They just need 8 more prosperity. Can do a pear tree. And if we just throw in the rabbit, we should get a little bit more population points. Oh, we've unlocked the second half of that desert. Okay, we can definitely use this. But what is going on over here? Why are there so many tuna in that little square? It looks like they really want to eat these rabbits from over here. Surely that many tuna can't be just thriving on this 1 square of herring. Maybe they are actually eating the rabbits that come too close. Anyway, back to the desert. If we build this redstone, that should be enough to get us 2 points. One of the difficult parts of this is because there's 6 biomes, it's really hard to unlock the good things from each biome. And even if you do, we're still reliant on the wheel gods to pick the right thing for us. Okay, we completed the diplomat quest though. I'm happy with that. Right, let's try and fill any empty slots on our planet first, and we'll kind of see where we're sitting then. Okay, we can gain a few little points here. If we put a bedrock on this science booster, that's going to give us an extra 2 biodiversity points. And we can use those to upgrade to a pearl. There we go. 80 gold. Right, looks like our diplomats are inspired now. Oh my, a blast furnace, a lighthouse, a luxury shop, and a hotel. Okay, we got a lighthouse. 50 food and 50 gold for each distinct ocean bioticum. Oh, that's 100 of each. If we had just 1 more section of ocean, we'd be able to get 4 times that instead of 2. I love how the lighthouse is like right next to the savannah and the desert. The actual ocean is right on the other side of the town. Who gave planning permission for this to be built here? I really think we can improve this desert, so let's use a draft point on the desert. Now, with any luck, we're going to get something we really want. Lapis lazuli, which comes with a topaz, and we already have a jasper. So we're going to start with this lapis lazuli. It gets 10 gold, but it gets 30 gold for each distinct gem around it. We have exactly 3 gems that we can build. The quartz, the jasper, and the topaz. And now that's worth 100 gold all up. That's really good. So that'll at least get us a couple of extra levels. Looks like both are trying to expand over there, but the diplomat was way faster than the goddess. Sorry, little guys, you're way too slow. Oh, so sad. They were really excited to expand as well. This little patch of savannah might be more useful if we upgrade it to a level 2. It gets rid of the animals that were there before, but I think you can keep the points. Like this says legacy guinea fowl. I think that's still worth 23 food. What I really wanted to build was one of these yams. It's got 63 food, but that includes the guinea fowl that was there before. But we can also get 2 food for every science in adjacent plants. We built this elephant grass, which basically needs an animal next to it to be useful. We can't really change the ocean or we'll lose all of the pearl bonus. So I think we'll have to change one of these redstones into an animal. Now this yam is worth 183 food. I'm going to make a few more small adjustments here, but we're getting pretty close to having to call it. I'm just trying to make sure that we're getting the maximum points from every square that we've got. I'm kind of curious though, if we just upgrade the square of this little section of desert, those gems disappear, but what happens if we just rebuild the same gem on top of it? Okay, that went from like 20 to 70. That's worth 80. What an upgrade just from that. We have quite a few upgrade points too, so I could do this in a few different places. Oh, this could be a really good area. On this lapis lazuli, it's already worth 100, and that quartz is worth 20. So even if we just rebuild it exactly as it was, the quartz is worth 50, and the lapis lazuli is worth 250 gold. All right, we might have found a great secret very late in the game. Okay, we still need 24 points to get this 1 star. So brutal. Maybe we've got a few micros that we can use. Oh yeah, we do have some. Oh, there's a plus 10% resources for each gem. If we use that over on the lapis lazuli, that should be a lot. Let's see, we go from 250 to 300. That's awesome. It got the full 5 of 5 there. And then we've got plus 10 resources for every completed level 2 city request on the planet. If we big brain this, we can put it on the elephant grass, and that should give the full bonus to the yam, which is now worth 223 food. Look at all those resources. We're at 193. I can't believe it. We've only got 4 Eon points left, which means we can make 4 substitutions, basically. Let's see what we can find in the planet shop. It's my last ditch resort at making anything happen here. Oh, what about a crevice point? So if we spend 5 population to get a crevice point? All right, this gives me an idea. We just need our frost giant to come over, and hopefully he can add whole 2 new slots. It's tiger though. I wanted it to be the ocean. What happens if I spend 10 more points? If I build this on this side, maybe it's the right-hand side becomes the slot. Are you kidding me? Now it's desert. All I wanted was to expand my ocean. Well, actually, that would have been a really good way for us to cheat some extra biome. Why am I learning all of these tricks right at the end? Right, you know what? Fine. I'm just going to put a stoat down. You happy, game? I know it's my own rules and everything, but man, that was hard. As fun as it is to randomize everything in Reus 2, I don't recommend it for your ego. Or your brain, now that I think of it. Maybe don't try it. Love you. Mwah. Okay, bye.